Good morning, everybody. It's Friday. Thank God. I don't know about you guys, but this week started off going by pretty fast, and then for some reason, about Wednesday afternoon, man, it just slowed to a crawl. But I hope it went by fast for you. Friday, a couple more hours, the weekend begins. Thank God. We're gonna go over some things that happened in college basketball the last few days. I actually have one or two tournaments that already started, and then Missouri Valley Conference, and I think somebody else started already their conference tournament. Last regular season weekend, college basketball, and the conference tournaments are starting next week. And then about what 8 days, Selection Sunday. Anyway, get over all that. Got a few news items. We'll go over those too. Before we get started, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss anything. And once again, starting off with sad news. Coach Lou Holtz passes away at 89. Family confirmed it. Remember, 2 weeks ago, there were some false reports, and Skip Holtz's son came out and said, no, he's still with us. Well, they confirmed he did pass away. 89 years old. Not sure. I really didn't see a reason why. Maybe just old age, I guess. He was 249, 132, and 7 in his career. Coached at William and Mary, NC State, Arkansas, Minnesota, Notre Dame, South Carolina. Did like a year, maybe not even a total year with the New York Jets. Went back to college. 23 bowl games. National champions of Notre Dame, 1988. Probably should have won it one or two more times, but some things didn't go their way. Won an SEC title at Arkansas, ACC title at North Carolina State. Won the Southern Conference title with William and Mary. Like I said, coached 1 year with the New York Jets. Didn't do so well. Went 3-10. Was on TV for years though after his coaching career. CBS, ESPN. Back when the halftime shows and game day final were good. He was on there with Mark May, Reese Davis. Yeah, Lou Holtz, another coaching legend, football legend, passes away. There's something else I was going to say. South Carolina, the last school he was at, he kind of turned that program around. Remember that, God, was it 2001? Who did they beat? It was a primetime game. I remember that. The place was on fire. Williams-Brice was just exploded. I want to say they beat somebody big in the SEC. I forget who. I'll have to go back and look it up. But in 2001, was it Florida they beat? Or maybe it was Florida they beat. I forget. But I remember it was a huge game. It could have been Auburn, too, because Auburn was good back then. Anyway, prayers to you, Coach Holtz. Thanks for everything you did for college football. Prayers to his family and former colleagues, former teammates, former players. All around good guy. He really was. South Carolina, speaking of South Carolina, they lost starting left tackle, Josiah Thompson, for the season. He's going to have surgery on some kind of lower body injury. And they're already kind of depleted on the offensive line. They're transferred. I think it's some transfer that came in from NC State. He's going to be out for, it looks like, for spring football. They say he might come back for summer. So we'll see about that. Former Green Bay Packers special teams coordinator, Rich Bisaccia, is that how you say it? He's going to do the same thing, but he's going to do it at Clemson now. So he's leaving Packers for Clemson. And then I saw something else. Former Kentucky head coach Mark Stoops going to Tech. Was he going to Texas? Going to Texas, I think, to be some kind of, I don't know, assistant or something like that. I forget what it said, but yeah, Mark Stoops, I guess he's going to Texas now or something. I think it was Texas he was going to. I have to go back and look, like I said. All right, so let's go back a few days. Big games, top 25s, upsets. Once again, these last few weeks and this week too, teams are fighting for their life to get off the bubble or losing to teams they shouldn't be losing to. I mean, it's happening this week too. Probably going to happen this weekend. And the next week. Number 2, Arizona beat number 6, Iowa State, 73-57. Wildcats Bradley, 17 points, followed by Creeves, 13 points. They were 46% from the field. They went on a 15-3 run in the first half. Iowa State was led by Lipsey, 17 points, 6 rebounds. Bateman behind him, 14 points. They only shot 29% from the field. But they did try to make a comeback. They did go on a 10-1 run in the second half. they failed to hit some shots for like almost 5 minutes in that game. Anyway, Arizona wins your Big 12 regular season title. Number one, Duke beat 19-11 NC State, 93-64. Duke won the ACC regular season title. Moving on to Tuesday, 20-10 TCU beat number 10 Texas Tech, 73-65. Horned Frogs were led by Edmonds, 20 points, 12 rebounds. They shot 47% from the field, grabbed 15 more rebounds than Texas Tech. Red Raiders were led by Atwell, 19 points, 4 rebounds. They shot 45% from the field. I didn't know this, but this was only their second loss at home this season. They're 14-2 this season at home. Number 13, Virginia beat Wake Forest 75-70. No Virginia player over 16 points in that game. I guess maybe they felt like they didn't need it. Number 17, North Carolina beat 21-9 Clemson, 67-63. Tar Heels hit 12 three-pointers in that game. Number 18, St. John's beat Georgetown, 72-69. St. John's, Ejiofor, 23 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. Number 19, Miami of Ohio. They moved to 30-0, only undefeated team left. Beat Toledo, 74-72. Close game. I think one thing that saved them was Miami of Ohio hit 12 three-pointers. 16-14 Oklahoma beat 20-10 Missouri, 80-64. God, Oklahoma's just a weird team. Started off great, went on a big downhill slide. Now they're like up and down. It's weird this year. Actually, Oklahoma led that game entirely only for 2 minutes. They didn't lead, but the rest of the game they led. A&M beat Kentucky 96-85. Both of them are 19-10. 23-7 VCU beat 22-8 George Mason 70-65. George Mason 1-5 in the last 6 games. 21-9 Georgia beat number 16 Alabama 98-88. Georgia's Catchings, nice game for him, 32 points, 6 rebounds. Kane behind him, 16 points. They were 53% from the field, hit 13 three-pointers, grabbed 10 more rebounds than Alabama. Philly Jr. led the way for the Tide, 26 points, 4 rebounds, followed by Wrightsell, 19 points. They were 39% from the field. They did hit 16 three-pointers, so that's a little bit of a bright light there. But their 8-game win streak is over. Number 23, Tennessee beat South Carolina 78-59. Tennessee's Estrella, 22 points, 7 rebounds. Came off the bench to do that. 20-10 UCLA beat number 9 Nebraska 72-52. Nebraska's another weird team. Remember, they were on a streak, and they didn't lose until January. And since then, they've been kind of up and down, kind of like Oklahoma. Nebraska, 2 points in the last 4:20 of that game. 3 turnovers in the first 2 minutes, so they were kind of doomed from the start. 16-14, UNLV beat 24-6 Utah State, 92-65. Utah State, 38% from the field. UNLV shot 59%. 17-13, Wyoming beat 19-11 Nevada, 83-73. Wyoming led by 21 at halftime. Nevada tried to make a run at it. No go. Number 11, Illinois beat Oregon 80-54. Illinois, 14 more rebounds, and their bench scored 40 points. That's kind of been a theme the last few weeks. A lot of bench points in a lot of games. 16-14, Arizona State beat number 14, Kansas, 70-60. Bill Self got himself thrown out of the game for yelling at some officials. Arizona State, boy, they've been horrible all year, but now they're beating good teams these last couple of months. It's crazy. Number 24, Vanderbilt beat Ole Miss 89-86 in overtime. Ole Miss turned the ball over 16 times. 19-11, Boise State beat 19-10 San Diego State, 86-77. Fielder for the Broncos, 33 points, 9 rebounds. Nice game for him. 17-13, Cincinnati beat 20-10 BYU, 90-68. Cincy, all 5 starters scored double-digit points, and BYU turned the ball over 15 times. Number 5, Florida beat Mississippi State, 108-74. That was Todd Bolden's 100th win, so congratulations to him. Moving along to Wednesday. 15-15, Washington beat 18-12 USC, 91-72. Huskies were led by Delio, 26 points. USC, not having Rodney Rice and Chad Baker-Mazar, is killing them. They have not looked good the last couple of months. 3-6 in the last 9 is what USC is now. 20-10, Colorado State beat 22-8 New Mexico, 82-74. Colorado State, 59% from the field, 11 three-pointers. New Mexico only shot 46% from the field. Number 7, Houston beat Baylor 77-64. Game was tied at 35 at halftime. Flemings for the Cougs, 21 points. Sharp, 19 points. Their bench scored 25 to help them to beat Baylor. Number 15, Purdue beat Northwestern 70-66. Purdue needed that win because they are 2-3 in the last 5. Number 25, St. Louis beat Loyola Chicago 79-65. St. Louis, 39 bench points. Number 20, Arkansas beat 18-12 Texas 105-85. Acuff from Brazil for Arkansas, 28 points each. Texas is one that started to come on late part of the season, but then again, they're up and down too. Looked great one night. 2 nights later, they looked like a junior high team. One of those crazy teams. Number 22, Miami beat 19-11 SMU, 77-69. Miami never trailed in this game. It was tied 4 times, but Miami never trailed. 14-16, Wagner beat 18-12 Central Connecticut State, 70-60. Wagner's on a 5-game win streak, but being 14-16, probably going to be too late for them, no matter what happens in their tournament. 13-19, Eastern Illinois beat 19-13 SIUE, 77-71 in overtime. SIUE 2-4 in the last 6. And then last night, 10-20 Delaware beat 21-9 Sam Houston State, 83-80. Sam Houston State's 5-game win streak is over. 17-13 Louisiana Tech beat 24-6 Liberty, 76-71. Bates for the Bulldogs, 34 points. Nice game. 14-8 Sacred Heart, 14-18 Sacred Heart beat 18-14 Iona, 91-80. Sacred Heart, 13 three-pointers. They were 20 for 24 from the free throw line. 16-15 Cal State Fullerton beat 21-10 UC San Diego, 75-71. And San Diego actually led by 10 points at halftime. 11-19 UTEP beat 18-12 Kennesaw State, 78-71. West for UTEP, 28 points. 18-15 Georgia Southern beat 20-12 Arkansas State, 80-77. Number 3 Michigan beat 20-10 Iowa, 71-68. Game was tied at 30 at half. Iowa looked great for a while, but they kind of tapered off a little bit. Number 8 Michigan State beat Rutgers, 91-87. That was a 1-point game at halftime. Michigan State came back and won. And then 14-16 Missouri State beat 18-12 Western Kentucky, 87-74. Hilltoppers, their 6-game win streak is over. All right, so coming up, like I said, we had 1 or 2 tournaments already started. 2:30, hey, at work, it's Friday, you want to get out of there, you want to work, put it on ESPN Plus on your computer, because the Missouri Valley Tournament, 17-14 Illinois Chicago versus 20-11 Murray State. So you got something to get you through till 5 o'clock. 6 p.m. on ESPN2, 23-7 VCU versus 21-9 Dayton. 6 p.m. on ESPN Plus. Columbia versus Harvard. Both of them are 16-11. 7 p.m. on CBS Sports Network. 20-9 Central Florida versus 17-13 West Virginia. 8 p.m. on FS1. Number 18 St. John's versus 20-10 Seton Hall. 8 p.m. on ESPN2. Number 19 Miami of Ohio. They were going for 31-0. They play Ohio. 9 p.m. CBS Sports Network, 16-14 UNLV versus 19-10 San Diego State. Moving on to tomorrow. Tomorrow, of course, is stacked. Last Saturday of college basketball regular season. 11 a.m. on CBS. Number 7, Houston travels up to Stillwater to play what the hell's going on with 18-12 Oklahoma State. Beat BYU. We all know that. That was an upset. Just lost like 5 or 6 in a row. Won again, lost again. It's like, what the hell's going on up there? 11 a.m. CW. 19-11 Virginia Tech versus number 13 Virginia. 11 a.m. on ESPN. Number 20 Arkansas plays 20-10 Missouri. 11:30 on Fox. Number 4 UConn versus Marquette. 1 p.m. on FS1. Arizona State versus number 6 Iowa State. Iowa State left there. This is just crazy. There are teams that go play Arizona first, lose. I guess they're so distraught they go down to Arizona State and lose too. So can Arizona State beat Iowa State? I mean, Iowa State's probably distraught. Lost to Arizona. Why not? 1 p.m. on CBS. Kansas State versus number 14 Kansas. 1 p.m. on ESPNU. 21-9 Louisville plays number 22 Miami. 1 p.m. on ESPN, number 24 Vanderbilt plays number 23 Tennessee. There we go, right there. 1 p.m. on ESPN Plus, 21-8 Sam Houston State versus 24-5 Liberty. 1 p.m. on TNT, Cincinnati versus TCU. Big 12 matchup of some teams that don't know if they're going to make it in the tournament. TCU probably got a better chance than Cincinnati. 1:15 on the CW. Stanford versus North Carolina State. Both of them are 19-11. 3 p.m. on ESPN. Number 5 Florida playing 19-11 Kentucky. 7 p.m. or 3 p.m. on CBS. 21-9 Wisconsin heads to number 15 Purdue. 3 p.m. on USA. Number 25 St. Louis versus 22-8 George Mason. 3 p.m. on the Mountain West Network. 19-11 Boise versus 20-10 Colorado State. 3 p.m. also on Mountain West Network. 22-8 New Mexico versus 24-6 Utah State. 3 p.m. on ESPNU. 17-13 Florida Atlantic versus 20-10 Wichita State. 4:30 on Fox. 18-12 Indiana plays 19-11 Ohio State. 5 p.m. on ESPN Plus. 19-12 Furman versus 18-13 Samford. 5 p.m. on ESPN Plus. 18-11 Marist versus 19-12 Quinnipiac. 5:30 on ESPN. I don't know why the hell this game is always so early. This should be a major primetime game. I'm talking like 8 o'clock, 7:30. Number 17, North Carolina. Is it number 17? I can't even read my writing. Anyway, number 1 Duke. They're playing number 1 Duke. Why the hell is this game so early? I mean, why? 7 p.m. on ESPNU. 17-12 UC Davis versus 20-10 UC Irvine. 7:30 on ESPN. 16-14 Auburn versus number 16 Alabama. Yeah, that's great for the fans of those schools, but Auburn is 16-14. Bama lost the other night. Why not switch them? Why not make that the 5:30 game and UNC Duke to 7:30? I don't get TV sometimes. 7:30 on SEC Network. 16-14 Oklahoma versus 18-12 Texas. It's a shame these teams aren't better because that's been a great game in the past. But this year is pretty much just for bragging rights, I guess. 8 p.m. on ESPN Plus. 21-9 UC San Diego versus 18-12 UC Santa Barbara. 8 p.m. on FS1. 20-10 UCLA versus a hurt 18-12 USC. 8 p.m. on ESPN Plus. 22-7 Utah Valley versus 18-13 Utah Tech. Late games are pretty good. 9:30 on ESPN. Number 10 Texas Tech versus 20-10 BYU. And then 10 p.m. on ESPN2. Number 2 Arizona versus 17-13 Colorado. Moving on to Sunday, we got some interesting ones. 2 p.m. on Fox. Number 11 Illinois looking to close out their season with a win versus Maryland. 2:30 on ESPN Plus. 19-13 North Kentucky versus 18-14 Green Bay. 3:30 on CBS. It's going to be a good one here. Number 8 Michigan State versus number 3 Michigan. Another good one. 4 p.m. on Fox. 20-9 Iowa versus number 9 Nebraska. Plenty of other games and some tourney games on Sunday, but those are the ones that really stick out. Like I said, man, a couple more hours. The weekend is here. We'll be back on either Monday or Tuesday to review everything that happens from today, tomorrow, and Sunday. More than likely, there won't be a show on Friday because I'm going on vacation next week. I'll be watching as much tournament basketball as I can. But we will be back that Monday to go over some of the more interesting games. We'll go over some, crazy stuff that happened in the tournaments, but mostly we're going to concentrate on some of the more intriguing games that are being set up. They're going to be set up in the March Madness tournament. Anyway, weekend's almost here. Y'all have fun. Be safe. Hope the weather's going to be great where you are. We're going to have rain this weekend here in Southeast Texas, but I think it's just going to be spotty. Anyway, have a great weekend. Be safe. We'll see you Monday or Tuesday.